Hello, you guys. This is going to be an interesting video. Um, I don't really know what to say, y'all, but I'm going to start this video off by saying that I am not salty. You can vote for whoever you want to vote for, and that's okay, but don't expect everybody else to be okay with it. That is one thing I am going to say. Um, I'm allowed to have feelings, and I'm allowed to be upset or happy, whatever the case is. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. And you're allowed to be happy, you're allowed to be prideful, all of that. Now, if someone would have told my boyfriend that, which he is an ex now, but here, you know that saying that says, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. So we are on the shame on me. I dated this man. There's a video up. Maybe I'll tag it right here. There is a video of, I think it was Vlogmas of last year, where I talked about how I dated this guy. I dated him and we broke up. Then this year in August, he started reaching out to me again, saying, hey, do you want to date again? I said, yeah. And I know it's always like, why? And I feel like for me, it's just, I like having someone to talk to. You know, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I mean, I'm okay with being alone. Like, don't think that I'm one of those people that always need to be with somebody, because I'm not. But of course I enjoy it. Like we went apple picking, that video already went up. We go on a lot of dates, and it's not even just like a date, like a romantic date, because I went on a date with this person from my church. But and I go on dates with my brother. It's not like, it's not always like romantic. It's just you go out to eat, go out to get a drink, whatever. It's nice to have someone to talk to. And he was quite serious about it, and I said that in that video. He's over here saying, I want to marry you and I love you and stuff, which today, in the last few days, he has showed me that he does not love me. And he don't see it, but that's on him. But whatever. So y'all know that Donald Trump has won the election. Whatever. It is what it is. I'm not softy. I'm not going to go storm the Capitol. And I'm not going to say that it was rigged and that they should recount the votes, because I'm mature. Okay? But, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And it's a loss. And I'm allowed to mourn that loss. He doesn't think that. And I know this is probably like a weird angle, because usually a game is right here. But I needed to record and have my phone so I can read y'all the receipts. Now, yesterday, the way I found out, every morning I get up and I look on my Alexa, and I always come in my room and I always tell my Alexa good morning. I walk in my room and they say, I don't even know, Donald Trump's wife is going to be back in the office. That's how I found out he got elected. Then I go on Discord and everybody's mourning it. So it ain't just me. And if you are mourning it, you're allowed to mourn it. If that man is telling you that you can't mourn it, leave him, because he does not care about you. And I learned that the hard way today. So anyway, so I spent a lot of time being sad, being depressed, but I'm not going to dwell in it. I had recorded a video yesterday of me crying, and I said, nah, I'm not even going to give them that satisfaction. You're allowed to cry, you're allowed to be upset, and you're allowed to record yourself being upset, and that's okay. Like I said, if that man tells you that you're wrong, leave him. Okay? There are plenty more people in this world. And that's exactly what I did. So anyway, so I had posted this video. First off, I don't know if y'all know, I'm 23 years old. I am a grown woman. I can post whatever I want to post on my Instagram, as long as it doesn't meet, it's not like it's something inappropriate. I can post whatever I want to post whenever I want to post it. And for him thinking that, oh, I can't post this, who are you? Okay. Anyway, so the first thing I posted, which I posted a lot, I wrote, me unfollowing every person that posts anything remotely red. And you're allowed to do that. As a Republican, if you don't agree with somebody else does, you don't have to follow them. And that's just in general. I have watched people on YouTube that have stopped uploading videos that go with what my morals are, or they just don't upload content I don't want to watch. There's a unsubscribe button for that reason. Nobody is forcing you to do anything. In this world where freedom of speech is a thing, you can feel how you feel and you can upload what you want to upload, as long as, like I said, if it meets the guidelines, then that's okay. Like I said, don't feel like you have to watch this person. Like, I have unsubscribed from plenty of people because I'm like, oh, they don't upload no more. Oh, I don't like what they're uploading. That's okay. So all these people that are saying, I can't believe y'all are letting an election and political views ruin a relationship. Well, you'll see why. You'll see why I'm allowing that to happen. He said, nice one. You're going to block or unfollow me? Then here's this little thing right here on this next video where it says, if his ballot is red, his balls stay blue. Now, when I posted this, and here's what's so funny. Here's one thing about me. When I post anything on my social media, it's not directed towards one person. If I have a problem with somebody or something that I want to get off my chest, I will send it to that person. I'm grown. I'm grown. If I specifically posted this for him, I wouldn't have even posted it on my story. I would have sent it directly to his DMs. Directly. I just posted it. And because why? Because I related to it. Because why do you think I'm going to have sex with a man that thinks it's okay for a rapist to get in office? Or a man that thinks it's okay for women to not have their rights? Why would I give him the satisfaction? I'm not. And I'm allowed to post that. I'm grown. Okay? All right. And I'm not mad. I'm just saying that just gives off controlling vibes. Like, who are you to tell me what I can post on my social media? Okay. He said, and what's this? And then I didn't answer him literally in 1 minute. I didn't answer him in 1 minute. He sent me that text at 3:44. At 3:45, well, listen, if you don't want to respond to me, then there's no point in me saying anything else. So have a nice day. I could have been doing anything. I could have been going pee, anything, y'all. But I didn't respond to him in 1 minute. So now I'm being told to have a nice day. All right. So then I said, I'm allowed to vent my feelings on social media like everyone else is, including you. And he was over here posting stuff, being happy, and, you know, and that's okay. I never once said that he can't do that. You're allowed to do that. And I'm not in the mood for a discussion right now. You won't be losing anything for 4 years. I will. My rights. My feeling safe in this country. Well, if you want to post things about if he votes red, his balls stay blue, then have a good day. You're talking to me, buddy. Don't you think you're being a bit over dramatic? Okay. So that right there is the reason we're not together. This man has sat here in hours and hours and hours complaining about little things. He was at the dentist the other day, and it took maybe an hour or two. And he was a wreck. Oh my God, I haven't eaten since 11 o'clock. I'm tired. I have a headache. I gotta drive all the way home. It's 7:30 and I'm supposed to shower at 7. And now I can't go get McDonald's because it's gonna be too late and then I'm gonna have nightmares. Like, this is verbatim of what this man is saying to me. Which, mind you, he's 23, a full-fledged grown man. This is what he's saying to me.
Born again from the dead, our Lord Jesus, the great shepherd of the sheep, through the blood of the everlasting covenant.
This is what he's saying to me. Not once did I call him dramatic. Was he being dramatic? Absolutely. Absolutely. But did I call him dramatic? No. I sat there and I sent him Bible verses. I said, read this out loud. Read this to yourself. Repeat it over and over until you feel better. I said, why don't you ask them what's the hold up? Like, I feel like as a partner in a relationship, that's your job. I did not call him dramatic. I did not tell him that his feelings were valid. When he would have his issues, because he got a lot, and I'm not going to air out his issues. I'll air out these issues, but not everything. Because I'm not rude like him. I never once said that, oh, you shouldn't feel like that. Oh, you're being dramatic. You know, like these whole 2 days, he has sat there and said nothing to me that other than the fact that I'm being dramatic and I'm not allowed to feel that way. How can you sit there and say that I'm not allowed to feel a certain way when there has been plenty of times? And the other day when he went to go vote for that man in office, he sat there, he said, I've been sitting in line for an hour and a half and I'm hungry and my mom just wanted me to come up here and vote and I just want to go home. Like, he's being really dramatic, and that's okay. It's okay to have feelings. It's okay to have big feelings. It's okay to feel your feelings. But I never once called him dramatic. Did I think it? Absolutely. But I cared about him, and I thought he cared about me, but I was wrong. Okay. I said, over dramatic? No, actually. And I said, no other woman is either. And here's his excuse. I didn't say any other women are being over dramatic. Oh, so it's specifically me. Okay. Okay. This is the same man that wanted to marry me, have kids with me, and he loved me so much that he would never be with anybody else in the entire world. He probably said that to every other woman he was with. So whatever. So I'm gonna go back to the beginning. So when I got up, oh now they texting me. Ugh, I love girls, and not in that kind of way. I just love how girls go for girls, especially when we got someone like this. Let's go all the way up because it hasn't been like. And the funny thing is, I'm not gonna really miss him that much because I haven't talked to him much in the last few days. I said this was yesterday morning. Today is not a good day for me. I need some time to be alone today. I'm very terrified of my future here in America, especially as a black woman. I'll probably text you later or tomorrow. He said okay, and then all the other stuff happened on Instagram. Let me see. And then, so he talked to me about the blue ball situation, right? Then y'all, he sent a screenshot to my grandmother because he has my grandmother's phone number. He sent a screenshot to my grandmother saying, "Do you think that this is okay for a woman to put on her page even though she has a boyfriend?" Y'all, let me tell y'all this again. I'm 23 years old and I'm grown. So you think that telling on me is gonna make the situation look better? Like, what did he think my grandma was gonna say? Oh, Khalil, you are so wrong for posting that. I'm gonna kick you out the house. Like, what did he really think was gonna happen? What like did he think that through? I don't think he did. But he also never thinks anything through. Then when I said him because I would like to say that I'm a nice person, that I'm very, I would like to say that. Um, I hope I never given anybody that impression that I was not nice. And I'm one of those people that say I'm nice until you make me not be nice. And he made that come out of me, and I hate that for myself. But it's also not my fault. It's only so much that you can do. It's only so much you could take, you know? So I said, "So you text my grandma like I'm 5?" Because that's what he did. It's like a teacher telling on the student, "Oh, your daughter did this." I am grown, y'all. I am grown. And then, like I said, it's giving controlling. I'm sorry, that was before you told me the explanation. And really, what was the explanation? The video said what it said. Okay, anyway. And the whole time he was just being rude. He was like, "Oh, but why would you post that knowing you have a boyfriend? I'm wasting my time talking to you." I wasted a lot of time talking to you. But I'm not going to. So he said, "This was before you told me the explanation. I'm not going to argue with you. I got work tomorrow." So what does that mean? I'm not worth his time, right? He has to go to work tomorrow. I'm not worth his time. So you have a nice night. I said, "Nah, because that's so immature. I'm 23 years old, a grown adult, and I can post what I want on my account. No, sorry is not going to change that. That's crossing the line. Oh, you're not going to argue, but you started it. That's convenient." This is what I said to him. That was before the explanation. Have a good day. Completely dismissing me, right? Completely dismissing me. LMAO, have a good day? Okay, I see how you are. You can have a great few days, right? He said, "I told you I was sorry, and that was before the explanation. What more do you want, dude?" Dude? Last thing I checked, I ain't got no thingy in my underwear. I ain't no dude. Don't call me dude. And then if I said something to him, "Oh, that was a mistake." It's always something. I said, You're being rude and you're shutting me down, but it's cool. I'll leave you alone. Bet." I said I was sorry. We're not having a repeat of last year, which I remember what happened last year. I admitted fault in this situation. And then you told me to have a good day. So go ahead and have your good day because you got to work. No reason to keep responding. Because now he keeps like, "Why are you still texting me?" Okay. Me saying have a good day is me trying to distance myself from having an argument. I in no way intended to be rude or disrespectful. How can you not be rude or disrespectful? Like dismissing somebody. I'm trying to talk about it. But you're just saying have a good day, have a good day, have a good day. Like, okay. Baby? Baby? Oh, I was just dude 5 seconds ago. Now I'm baby. Okay. Baby, I ain't mean to say it in a disrespectful way. Then out of all of this has just happened. We're still gonna celebrate our 3rd month anniversary? Yeah. When pigs fly. So I said, here's what I said. I'm going to say this in a nice and respectful way. Right now, I won't have anything nice to say to you. So I would just text you another day. You wouldn't understand how this affects me, and it shows since you said I was being over dramatic. So right now, I'm just going to take some time for space. He said, okay, that was the last messages we had on Instagram. So then, what time was our last conversation? At 7:25. At 8:24 p.m., he sends me a text on Messenger. I'm sorry I talked to you that way. I know I'm not a perfect person, but that still doesn't excuse me from being rude to you. I don't mean to be rude at you at all. I'm sorry for texting your grandmother, as that was very childish. I know I was mean and rude today. I shouldn't be mean and rude to you because you're my girlfriend, who I love so much. Please understand, I do not intend to be rude in any way. My mind. One thing, disclaimer. He always has an excuse for things he does, right? We've had plenty of arguments, and it's always a reason. I'm so sorry my ADHD got the best of me. I'm so sorry my mind just doesn't allow me to comprehend things. I'm so sorry my mind can't. It's always an excuse. Like, why can't you just say I'm sorry? Whenever I did something wrong, I just say I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. And actually, I don't even say I don't mean it, because half of the times I do mean it, because I'm just like, I'm sorry. It's like, I don't say I'm sorry, my OCD this, I'm sorry, that. Like, it's always like, I'm sorry, but I'm going to make you feel bad for me by adding an extra thing. Like, I'm sorry, this, that happened before, blah, blah, blah. This is the reason why I'm like this. So you're just going to have to forgive me for that. That's not how that works. Because he knows what he's doing. He just loves having the ADHD and the trauma from his past to be able to push, and people are going to forget everything else. That does not work for me. And I told him that before. I told him that last year. I said, you're going to have to stop using your ADHD as an excuse for everything, because that's not going to work for me. It's not. It's annoying. It's annoying. There are plenty of people in this world with ADHD and worse problems than you have. Worse problems than what you go through. Because when he talks about his problems, you would think he has been through the worst life in the world. Please. Some people would laugh at you. And not in a rude way, but they would laugh at how easy your life has been. Because there's always somebody that has it worse. I have Arizona sweet tea. So anyway. My mind flips things in weird ways that I cannot describe. I wish I could describe it, because that'll make more sense. Okay. I hope and pray you accept my apology. And no matter who the president, there will always be one true president, and his name is Jesus Christ. He is the most non-Christian Christian I've ever met. We had a big discussion the other day. I was like, how often do you spend time in worship with God? Probably just on Sunday. I said, how often do you read the Bible? Just on Sunday. So, and I am not going to sit there and judge people. But my thing is, when we first met, he said that he was a Christian. And I'm not saying that he's not a Christian. But it's like, don't be bringing Jesus Christ out of the woodworks because you think that's going, because he knows that I'm really into God. Like, me and God are like this. So he always finds a way. Like, whenever he does something, the next day he sends me a Bible verse. I just find it so funny. It's like, okay. Anyway. But like I say, he don't, whatever. I'm just going to keep going. Please know I love you so much, and I wouldn't want anyone else to be by my side. You didn't act like that. Once again, I'm sorry for the way I acted, and hopefully we can move on from this situation. Whatever. So, and the funny thing is one thing I have learned about him, which hurts a little bit, is that he can say he cares, he can say he loves me, but he really does not care. Because I have sat here, all these notes that I have written out things to send to him. But they never leave out of my notes. You know why? Because he does not care. He doesn't. He doesn't care. I will sit there and I will spill my heart out to this man. And he'll say, oh, you're right. And then the next day do the same thing. So it's like, whatever. But I have written this thing. And I'm going to read it to y'all. Because here's what I wrote. This morning at 6:40 in the morning. It's always funny how you bring up Jesus Christ because your particular party and your worshiper is in office. Which I'm sure you know that idolatry is a sin. But anyways, It's going to take a while for things to be back to normal. I am not okay, and I won't be for a long time. This is my future that we are talking about. All those things I had dreamed and desired to do were not happy now. Those kids I wanted to have, absolutely not. I will never allow myself to have children and have them be raised up in Trump's economy. Knowingly getting pregnant when there is a rapist and racist in office, making rape seem normal and almost praised. I mean, you can literally be a president. Okay. And then when it does happen to a woman, forcing her to have that child is just insane. Me wanting to go back to school won't happen because I'll have student loans and now there will be no student loan forgiveness. It's at these times, and like this is me spilling my heart out, y'all, wasting my time. It's at these times where death no longer scares me. It's almost a sense of peace. I am not being dramatic at all. Just like your party is allowed to boast and pride on social media, my party is allowed to grieve this loss. The good thing is that we won't go and storm the Capitol, lol. If you can't respect me, understand why this is a loss according to the color of my skin and what's in between my legs, then maybe it was never meant for you to date me. Obviously. You know what I'm saying? And that's just one thing. Like I said, no, it never got sent to him because he does not care. He doesn't care. Like, he really does not care. Um, and there's so many other things, y'all. Like look at this. This is what I said. This man, this is one of the main problems why we're not together. But there's just so many other things with him, y'all. He gets up in the morning. He goes to work. He comes home. He texts. Here's what he does. Literally, he texts me. He lays in the bed. He watches YouTube videos. He gets up. He cooks dinner. He packs his lunch for the next day, and he goes to sleep. That's what he does. 5 days a week. And on the weekends, you know what he does? He lays in bed all day watching YouTube videos, unless we hang out. So I'm like, what do you want to do with your life? You know? And it's just like, y'all, he's 23. He has here. Like, I'm not gonna read this entire thing, y'all, because I'm not gonna bore y'all with it. But it's like, I'm really concerned with what I've learned about you in the past few weeks. Like, this breakup, again, it was brewing. You have no desire to do anything in life. But all you care about is going up to work, making money, coming home, and blah, blah, blah. I was like, then I said, but do you know when you die that all this money you made at blank will not go with you wherever you go? You know, but it's like, and his biggest concern is money. Like, his excuse for not wanting to go to my church event is because he didn't want to spend the gas money because gas is so expensive. But he'll go and he'll get up and leave his house 3 times a day to get fast food, but he ain't got no money. And I know how much money he has in his account. And I'm not gonna air him out. But it's like, you have money, you just choose when you want to spend it. And that's okay. Then don't act like, just say, all you had to do is just say you don't want to go to church because you don't love God like that. And that's okay. I'm not going to force you to have a relationship with God like I do. That's on me. And God will send me that man that is meant for me. You weren't that one. And I've been praying to God this whole time. If he is not the one for me, remove him. I didn't do anything. This was all his doing. Okay? And then I was like, it's very concerning for a 23-year-old to have no desire to do anything in their life. Like, he literally doesn't, y'all. I'm telling y'all. And then I'm like, what do you want to do with your life? I don't know. I'm like literally, and I know it's like, you don't know what you want to do with your life. I have a brief thing. I know that I want to, make money so I can do this, make money so I can do that. But I don't worry about money. Y'all notice how when I go to the store, I just shop. And I know it's like, oh, everybody's not as fortunate as you. No, but the thing is, it still doesn't mean that I worry about money all the time because money is not everything. When I leave this earth, that money is not coming with me. I don't care how much money you make. I don't. You can make $1 million. You can't be buried with it. And it's not going with you. So do other things. Like, have fun. Like, read a book. He doesn't do anything. And that's always been a problem for me. Because I'm like, how are you always so readily available for a text? Because you don't do anything. He sits there, takes 2-3 naps a day. That's not normal for a 23-year-old. It's really not. I'm telling y'all. For a 23-year-old to get up, go to work, and come home and sleep is not normal. It's not. If you think it's normal, then there's an issue. Go to the therapist. And there's a lot of things, y'all. I'm like, he doesn't want to go to therapy. He has all this trauma because he was adopted when he was 4 and all this stuff with his birth parents, which, y'all, he's an immigrant. He wasn't born here. He was born in Italy, right? So he's an immigrant, but he said out of his mouth that he doesn't like immigrants. How do you not like yourself? Okay. Alrighty. Let's just go ahead. Um so I felt like, and you can say whatever y'all want to say, but I felt like we needed to have a discussion, especially the way he acted yesterday. There's no way. 'Cause first off, how can you continue on with somebody? Hold on, let me send this in. How can you continue on with somebody when they just act like your feelings weren't valid? You know what I'm saying? So, okay, here we go. So I went and I live streamed today, and he was like, "Debate time? That's automatically like a debate. I'm not trying to debate with you. I'm just gonna say my piece." And like I said that I want to have a discussion with him, and then you'll see what happens, right? So I said, "So you're a Trump supporter?" Yes. I said, "So do you know that idolatry is a sin?" And I sent him a thing, 1 Corinthians 10:14. Therefore, my beloved, flee from idolatry. And I said, one of the many, many times it's talked about in the Bible, I don't see him as an idol. I just see him as a person who thinks is best for, I see him as a person who thinks it's best for the United States. I said, okay, whatever, you know. And the whole time, his only answer is okay, okay, okay. All right. So I said, so you decided to date a black woman, which means people like him getting in office affects me and everyone that is like me. But I know you refuse to see that. Okay, that's his answer. So now I have to pry it out of him. I said we were going to have a discussion, so why are you not talking? You had all this to say yesterday. All this to say yesterday. Now today he's not saying anything. I said, do you think that it affects me or no? Because now I got to ask you. Do you think it affects you? If so, how? And I can't tell because I'm not you. No, you don't have to be me to see how this affects me. There has been plenty of people, white, who have seen how racism and things affect people like me. You like I said, that just shows that he doesn't see it. And if you can't see that, then you can't date me or any other black woman. I said, yes, I'm black and he's racist and he downgrades women and I'm a woman. Okay. Okay. Let's keep going. I said, if I can recall last year, you told me I was wrong and that he's not racist. But in reality, you wouldn't know since you're not a minority and you've never been racially profiled. Okay. All right. Such a great discussion because all he's saying is okay. I said, and it's hard for me to believe since you're a supporter of him that you don't believe in some of the same things he does. If not, you wouldn't support him. Okay. And I don't even want to get into the subject of rape right now. Okay. Well, because like I said, well, do you believe in the things he says or does? It's a discussion. And if you think I'm wrong or whatever, say your opinion. Don't just say okay. It's a discussion. Why are you just saying okay when you was running your mouth yesterday? I don't have any words. Lord have mercy. I just vote for who I think is best for the country. No one is right or wrong. Both sides have their rights and wrongs too. I said, okay, so you think a racist is best for the country? Just curious. Or a rapist? No, I do not. So, he's like, so what? You voted for one. Like, no, I don't think it's okay for that type of person to be in office, but I'm still going to vote for one. Are you mentally? Well, look, Lord, forgive me. Yes, I did. If that bothers you, you can stop this discussion now. I'm telling y'all, he's just been rude out his mouth. If that bothers you, you can stop this discussion now. I'm trying to understand where you're coming from, and you're just being rude. Like I said, if he ain't the devil in disguise, he said and then here's what I said. I said, you seem to not care about me. That's what you think. Bro, how could you? Because how could you? I don't care about you, but yet I'm with you and take you out. What does that mean? What does that mean? You probably just didn't want to be single, which is why you came crawling back to me. Literally, because I didn't go to him. Actually, neither times have I ever gone to him. So I say, you're dating a black woman, and black is all in capitals. You're dating a black woman, yet voted in a racist man. Those two can't coincide. They can't. Like, a child could see that. I make sure you're safe going home. I make sure you eat and drink water. How you make sure I eat and drink water? I'm grown and you live 45 minutes away from me. How you make sure I eat and drink water? But when it comes to politics, you think I don't care about you, which is far from the truth. And you called me bro, so that says it right there. You called me dude yesterday. I didn't know you like men. Okay, but you wouldn't try to protect me from a racist man. Like, question mark, you're missing the point. And then he says, yes, I would. And then I say, but you didn't. You're not getting it. And he's not getting it. And it's so funny how a lot of them just don't get it. And I think they're uneducated. And not even just uneducated, they just don't understand. They don't. They don't see what they're doing. They really don't. I said, you're not getting it. And he says, still doesn't mean I have to vote the same president. Then you don't care about me. If I literally just said you wouldn't protect me from a racist man, and you say, yes, I would, but you didn't. You had the chance and you didn't. And it's okay if we weren't together, but why would you think I would marry you? He really still thought that even after yesterday that we were going to get married. What? Like, you can't be a racist, like, support a racist man and not be racist. Maybe I'm dumb, but I just can't. Like, I would not support someone, and actually I think I said that. I said, you had the chance to do so and didn't. So how can you say that? So you wouldn't protect me. You literally didn't. Okay. I'm literally speaking facts here. Okay. And you just saying okay says everything as well. Okay. I said, LOA, okay, I know how you feel. You can't love me. You literally can't. Well, if you think I can't love you, ... I said, this was not a regular election. My life is going to change significantly. All women's life will as well. You only care about yourself, I guess. Like, I wouldn't vote for someone that was against you. And this is for everyone that I love. This is for everyone that I love. If I love you and I care about you, and there's a, like I said, say hypothetically, I have the cousin with the 2 boys. She just came popped into my head. Imagine there's a person running for office that says, every woman that has 2 boys, I'm just going to deport them. I'm just going to send them somewhere. Why would I vote that person in? If I cared about her and I loved her, he's not getting it. He doesn't see how these 2 things can't coincide. You can't protect me from a racist man, but vote that same racist man in office. You can't do both. And I can't break it down any other way than that. I don't know if he has like the mind of a 2-year-old, but I can't break it down more than that. It scares me. This man works with medicine. Lord help everybody. And here he comes again, like shutting me down, dismissing my feelings. I'm taking a shower. Feel free to rant. Oh, so now I'm ranting, right? We were having a discussion. Now I'm ranting. And if you think I don't love you or I don't care about you, then the exit is to your left. I said, okay. Like I said, this was the same man that begged to get back together with me. That cried last year when we broke up. Probably cried today too. Because I honestly, I can't. Because now I see how you truly are. Like, imagine that years down the line we got married and I lived in the same house with him. He just gives off abusive vibes. Like I said, and the same type of person that, like, anybody that dismisses your feelings, and this is my advice, anybody that dismisses your feelings is not worth your time. Period. I don't care who they are. Mother, father, they're not worth your time. Because your feelings are valid. Your feelings are valid. If I'm the only one you hear that from, okay. I said, you love me, yet you've been rude to me these past few days. Calling me dramatic and making me feel like my feelings aren't valid. Is that love to you? When have I ever done that to you? Let me know. I really want to know. And of course he can't come up with nothing because I'm not like that. He has had some crazy things to say and crazy things that he has done. But I have never sat there and made him feel like his feelings were valid. I even have said to him, you are allowed to feel like that because your feelings are valid. I'm just too nice. I just get used, I guess. I don't know. Nothing. I don't even know what nothing even answers. But when it comes to politics, you seem to get over dramatic. Again, as I said, if you truly think I don't love you or I don't care about you, the exit has moved down to the hall to the right this time. Okay. I said, okay. And you can be dramatic about waiting in the dentist for a few hours and not having food. And you can be over dramatic about waiting in the line to vote for a few hours. But I'll let you worry. I don't even know what I was saying. I never called you dramatic when you really are. Because now I'm being rude. Still doesn't change the fact that you said I don't love you or care about you. And you don't know how that affects me. Oh, Poor him. You don't know how that affects me. Oh, poor him. Poor baby. Okay. So, and here, Lord forgive you. Lord forgive me in advance for what I said to him. And yes, I'll take that exit. You are rude and I am done with you. Never loved you anyways. Honestly, that's the truth. Yeah, I said it every day, but I never meant it. Um, I knew you was a racist and wasted my time. I hope you know you losing a good woman because ain't nobody else gonna deal with all I dealt with you. And there's a lot, y'all. So here's, you can't seem to think about nobody but yourself. Have a good life, bro. Yeah, I made sure I add that. I made sure I added the bro. Look at my friends. Put him in the trash where he belongs. Thank you. I got people that support me. I don't care about what some of y'all think. Cause I know some of y'all gonna take his side. I don't care. I got people that support me because they see how he truly is. And then he said, okay. And I said, and don't go texting my grandmother either, weirdo. Because you're weird. Why are you texting my grandmother? So whatever. I had already bought him a Christmas gift that's about to go in the trash. Luckily, it was only 20 something dollars because they had this specially made. I should burn it and post it on social media and tag him. Not even post it on social media, just send it directly to his DMs because I'm petty like that, and that's okay. I'm allowed to be. But this is how it is, y'all. This is how it is. And the reason why I said, you know, I hope you know you're losing a good woman because ain't nobody else gonna deal with what I dealt with you. I said I didn't want to throw him under the bus, but I don't want to make me seem like I'm a bad person either. This man comes from a really bad background. Not really bad, just a unfortunate background. He was adopted into a lovely family now, but he holds a lot of trauma and he refuses to get help for that. He doesn't want to go to therapy because it costs too much. But he'll sit there and spend $45. We were at the boardwalk. He spent like $60 on a joint. He'll spend money on that, but won't spend money on therapy. His priorities are mixed up. Every time we go somewhere, he has to get a drink. That's screaming addiction, right? He's addicted to nicotine already. He tries to quit, but he doesn't really try to quit. And then when he quits, then he goes back to smoking cigarettes. Like, and I'm not saying, and there's a lot, y'all, and how every issue he has, he takes it out on me. Even then, the way he talks to me, something. This is not the first time that he has talked to me like that, by the way. And I'm just saying, and I'm serious to me. You ain't gonna find that many women that are gonna deal with what I dealt with, and I'm not even gonna throw him under the bus as far as I can. You know what I'm saying? Because there is more than that. There is more than that, and like I said, he's losing a good woman. And the fact that he came crawling back to me, what does that say? He came crawling back to me in August. I didn't go to him. And I'm not gonna, and I am not trying to say that in any way, shape, or form that I'm like perfect, but I just know that I deal with a lot, and I deal with a lot that I don't need to deal with, and he's one of them. He's one of them, cause really, like I feel like I was just too nice. You see me spilling out my heart to this man. He's saying okay, I was too nice, and I let him. I stayed with him too long, both times. You know all the stuff that he has done. Cause God, I could really scroll up, y'all. But I'm not going to do that because I don't need to prove to nobody, and I don't ever want to make myself seem high and mighty. But one thing I can say is that I do have patience. I don't have a lot of patience, but I do have patience, and I try to see the good in everybody, and that's my problem. I try to see the good in everybody when some people don't have that much, or I'll see a little good and I'll stay and keep trying to see if there's any more. Oh, he messed up. Oh no, that's bad. Oh, but I'll keep going because there's probably some good at the back. No, should have left the first time. You know, shouldn't have went back. But that is what I have to say. All those people that saying you shouldn't let a election ruin your relationships. This is not a normal election. This is people's rights that you're talking about. Yes, first off, like I said, you are allowed to remove a relationship if you feel like it doesn't work for you and your mental health. And my mental health has been suffering when I've been with him. I just found myself being easily irritable, and I feel so sorry for people like my grandmother, my uncle. I just have been having like a short fuse. I just been irritated. And what else could it be, right? Like this is for the past almost 3 months. This is how it's been. You know what I'm saying? And I've done compromises. I don't even sat there and FaceTime this man. I tried to get him to get closer with God. Try to do Bible study. Then he says, I don't like Bible study. You know, like, I've done a lot. And I sacrificed a lot. And I'm done. You know, I'm not saying that I'm not going to date again. But I sure enough ain't going to date no Trump supporter. But I'm tired. Like, nice people always finish last. Good people, nice people, we always finish last. And I can't not be good. That's just who I am. I just always try to see the good in everybody, and this is what happens to me. So, like I said, I'm gonna say this in the nicest way possible. If I say something that has offended you, that is not my purpose. I'm just explaining what has happened to me and how I feel about it. And I'm sorry if you feel that way. But at the end of the day, and I really tried to just reason with him, and it's been time after time after time after time after time, and I really prayed to God. I'm just like, God, just give me the patience, give me the strength. But then I just kept saying, God, give me a sign. If you want me to marry this man, give me a sign. Then I said, but if you don't, if you want to, like, say, if you want him to not, like, if he's just in my life for a season or whatever the situation, like, I prayed this whole time, and I was like, show me a sign. He showed me a sign that he's not the one that's for me, and I won't be going back. Would it have been cool for us to be friends? Before yesterday, yes, but after yesterday, no. So